I'd like to share with you this week's Parsha, Shmiini, something beautiful from the Rebbe's father, Rabbi Levi Yitzchok. There is a story in the Gemara, and the Rebbe's father explains the story with an interesting pshat in this week's Parsha. The Gemara says in Zvochem Daf Yutes that Rabbi Huna ben Rab Nosson, he once met a king of Paras, of Persia, by the name of Izgidar. And it seems like the belt, the gartel that Rabbi Huna was wearing was pretty much on by his chest area, above where the elbows are. And the king went to Rabbi Huna and lowered it down. It should be below the elbow. The Gemara explains, and he told him that you are mamleches koyanim. You are like a kohen. A kohen is not allowed to wear his gartel, his belt, above the elbow because of the sweat that's under the arm. So he lowered it down as if the king served a Tana Rabbi Huna. So he told this story to Amema. Amema told him, you are zoiche to the nevuah, to the prophecy that Yeshayahu says, which will be la'osud lovei, v'hoyu melochim umnayach, that the kings will nurture, will serve the Jewish people. So you already was zoiche, you merited to have it now. And the Rebbe's father now explains this. Every detail about the story, I'm just going to focus about the connection to this week's Parsha. Number one, why was it Izgedar? Everything is meduyik in Torah. He was Melech Poras. Why Poras? What's the connection to Ameimer? Every detail he explains. Says Rabbi Levi Yitzchok that the Gemara says in Ksubis, Daf Samachalef and Samachalef Amud Beis, Amralef Amud Beis, the Gemara has there a story, and the Gemara says this same king from Melech Poras, they used to serve him pig meat. What's the connection between Izgedar and Bosor Chazir? Brings Rabbi Levi Yitzchok something very nice. The Gemara, we have a famous medrash. We know that it says Osud Lova Mashiach will come, the Chazir will be permissible to eat. All the Mefarshim ask, how is that possible? The Torah will never change. Explains Rabbi Levi Yitzchok in few words, and he says also it fits Bigematria, that it's not that the halacha is going to change. The halacha is in this week's parsha that every kosher animal has to have split hoofs and also has to chew its cud. A chazir, now a pig, has split hoofs, doesn't chew its cud. Who gave her leyigar? Le'osad lava Mashiach will come, says Rabbi Levi Yitzchok. The nature of the pig, the animal itself will change, and he will become an animal that also chews its cud. So at that time, when Mashiach will come, the nature from the animal will change, and then he will have both signs of kashrus. He will have split hoofs, and also he will chew his cud. So now it's not kosher because he only has one siman. He doesn't chew its cud. When Mashiach will come, the nature from the animal will change. It'll be kosher. So now, says Rabbi Levi Yitzchok, will put all these dots together. He says like this: if you take the word Izgidar, Aleph, Yud, Zayin, Gimel, Dalad, Reish, it adds up exactly to the word Chazir. And that's why they used to bring him for his food was pig meat. Parsa, hoofs, is also from the same root as Paras, Persia. His connection also to Chazir. In the word of Izgedar, we also have the word Azor, which is the belt, connecting to the story which happened with Rabbi Huna by Rabbi Nosson. And then says Rabbi Levi Yitzchok, if you take the word Chazir, Ches, Zayin, Yud, Reish, adds up to 225. Izgedar also adds up to 225. Chazir and Izgedar adds up to the same words as Toiv, Geira. Toiv is 17. Geira is 208. Together it's 225. So the Ameimer wanted to tell Rabbi Huna You see, this is Gedar. He's exactly like a Chazir. The Chazir now is not kosher. Lo'osed lovim, Mashiach will come. His nature will change, and he'll be a kosher animal. The kings in the world will also a Persia similar to Chazir. When Mashiach will come, all of them, Yeshayahu says, V'hoya melochem emnayich. But this is Gedar, who's begematria Chazir. He had already, Amema says, this taste of when Mashiach will come, the Chazir will be kosher, and this king also, in a certain sense, he was also kosher because he served Eitana Rav Huna. So the physical animal of Chazir will change, and this was a hint that Izgedar, who's begematria Chazir, and he ate Chazir. His nature also changed to a certain extent, the way it will be la'osed lover, just like a Chazir, that he will be part of the nevuah of Ahoyim Malachim Amnayach. So not have to wait till Mashiach comes. Even now, at that time of Rav Huna, he served him a taste to what will be when Mashiach will come, as the Chazir will be then 100% kosher, Toiv Geira. He will have also the sign of the chewing of its cud, and it will be a full-fledged kosher animal, and the medrash is an emes medrash that osid Chazir li'yitoher. Your Shabbos.